Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we have some intriguing stories lined up for you, starting with a mysterious incident near Taiwan where an undersea cable was damaged, leading authorities to suspect sabotage by a cargo ship. Despite the damage, communications remain intact thanks to backup systems, but the implications of this event have raised eyebrows, especially with suspicions of a broader strategy at play. In our next segment, we shift gears to the feline world, where a tragic case of bird flu in a domestic cat has prompted urgent calls for better regulations on pet food in Hong Kong. With the lack of legal approval for effective treatments, cat owners are feeling the pressure. The community is rallying for government oversight to ensure the health of our furry friends. Finally, we take a moment to honor the legacy of Cantopop superstar Anita Mui, who, after a battle with cancer, left us too soon. Her contributions to music and her influence on mental health awareness continue to resonate. Join us as we remember her impact and discuss the resources available for those in need of support. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports on a significant maritime incident near Taiwan, where an undersea cable was damaged, allegedly due to the actions of the Cameroonian registered cargo ship, Xuanxin 39. The Taiwanese Coast Guard responded promptly after Chunghua Telecom reported the damage, which affected 4 cable cores located near Yalu, New Taipei City. Fortunately, domestic communications remained intact due to backup systems. The Coast Guard located the Xuanxin 39 for investigation but faced challenges due to adverse weather. Officials suspect the vessel may be linked to a Hong Kong-based entity with connections to mainland China, raising concerns about a broader strategy of gray zone tactics employed by China to test international tolerance. The case has been referred to the District Prosecutor's Office for further action. South China Morning Post highlights the urgent need for improved health regulations for pets in Hong Kong, particularly in light of a recent incident where a cat in Oregon died from H5N1 bird flu after consuming contaminated cat food. This incident has sparked concern among cat owners in Hong Kong, where there are currently no specific regulations governing imported pet food. Lawmaker Stephen Ho Chun-in has called for increased oversight to ensure the safety of pet food imports. Additionally, there is a pressing need to address the lack of a treatment protocol for feline infectious peritonitis, FIP, a fatal disease affecting cats. While other countries have legalized the use of an effective antiviral drug, GS441524, for treating FIP, Hong Kong has yet to do so, leaving many cat owners to seek the drug online at unaffordable prices. In a poignant reflection on the life of Cantopop superstar Anita Mui, South China Morning Post recounts the final days of the beloved singer who passed away from cervical cancer in 2003. The report details her struggle with health issues and the deep depression she faced after the suicide of her close friend, Leslie Chung. Friends and fellow celebrities rallied around her in her final moments, showcasing the impact she had on the entertainment industry and her community. Mui's last words, asking not to be mourned but to be allowed to leave in peace, resonate deeply with her fans. The tribute from Hong Kong's chief executive emphasized her significant contributions to the cultural landscape, marking her as a symbol of the city's spirit and resilience. Nikkei Asia reports that Japanese tennis is experiencing a resurgence as players gear up for the Australian Open. Aoi Ito, a promising 20-year-old, celebrated a significant milestone by winning her first WTA 125 title in Canberra, defeating Wei Sijia in a commanding match. Ito's journey to the title was remarkable, as she did not lose a single set throughout the tournament. Meanwhile, former world number 1 Naomi Osaka showcased her skills at the ASB Classic in Auckland, reaching her first singles final since 2022. Although she had to retire from the final due to an abdominal injury, Osaka's strong performances leading up to the match highlighted her return to form. With the Australian Open approaching, both players are capturing attention as potential contenders. South China Morning Post highlights TDK's innovative strides in battery technology to meet the demands of artificial intelligence in mobile devices. The Tokyo-based company plans to launch its third-generation silicon anode batteries, which are set to revolutionize energy storage with a significant increase in energy density compared to traditional batteries. This advancement is crucial as smartphone manufacturers increasingly integrate AI capabilities that require more power. TDK's CEO Noboru Saito emphasized the company's commitment to research and development, positioning TDK as a leader in the mass production of these advanced batteries. The implications of silicon battery technology extend beyond smartphones, with potential applications in electric vehicles, promising faster charging times and improved performance. South China Morning Post also covers the fluctuations in Hong Kong's stock market amidst concerns over Chinese manufacturing growth. The Hang Seng Index saw slight gains, reflecting a mixed sentiment as reports indicated a slowdown in manufacturing activity, prompting calls for stronger policy measures to bolster the economy. The Caixin S&P Global Manufacturing PMI revealed a drop, raising alarms about deflation and export challenges. In response, China's central bank announced plans to enhance support for the technology and consumer sectors while maintaining a moderately loose monetary policy. Despite a recovery in the previous quarter, the outlook remains uncertain, with policymakers striving to stimulate consumer spending amid external trade pressures. Other major Asian markets displayed varied performances, indicating a broader trend of cautious optimism and volatility in the region's economic landscape. South China Morning Post reports that Sino Group is celebrating 2 decades of partnership with Operation Santa Claus, OSC, a charitable initiative aimed at aiding local charities in Hong Kong. This collaboration, which began in 2005, has allowed Sino Group to contribute to the community beyond just property development. Nikki Ng Minhua, the group's director of philanthropy, emphasized the importance of the holiday season as a time for love and giving, highlighting their commitment to promoting social inclusion and supporting ethnic minority groups. Their initiatives include offering free tutorials in mathematics for children from these communities, as well as providing iftar meals for Muslims during Ramadan. The campaign's slogan, "Everyone can be a Santa Claus," encapsulates the belief that anyone can spread joy and kindness throughout the year, not just during the festive season. South China Morning Post also discusses the upcoming influx of new residential properties in Hong Kong, with around 10 large projects expected to introduce at least 10,000 new flats to the market in 2025. Prominent developers such as CK Asset Holdings and Sun Hung Kai Properties are gearing up to launch various projects, particularly in areas like Kai Tak and Seung Kwan O. Despite the attractive pricing for end users, experts caution that the investment market may not be appealing yet due to ongoing challenges such as high holding costs and uncertain interest rates. With home prices having already dropped significantly, projections suggest they could decline further, while rental yields may see an increase, especially with rising demand from renters relocating from mainland China and overseas. South China Morning Post provides a glimpse into the glamorous atmosphere of the Golden Globes 2025 red carpet, where Hollywood's elite gathered to celebrate the year's top film and television talents. The event showcased the highly anticipated film Emilia Perez, which garnered a record-breaking 10 nominations, leading the pack for musical comedy films. Competing for top honors, this film stands alongside other notable entries like Wicked and Challengers. The Best Drama category is equally competitive, featuring titles such as The Brutalist and Dune, Part 2. The red carpet was a spectacle of fashion, with stars like Selena Gomez and Timothée Chalamet making striking appearances, highlighting the event's significance as a precursor to the upcoming Oscars and a celebration of cinematic achievements. South China Morning Post reports that 3 aid workers from the War Child Alliance have been awarded the prestigious 2024 Edan Prize for Education Development for their innovative Can't Wait to Learn program, aimed at helping over 1 million children in war-torn countries catch up on their education. With a generous prize of 30 million Hong Kong dollars, the team plans to leverage digital technology to transform educational curricula into engaging games tailored to the needs of children in conflict zones. As they assess the situation in Syria, the program's director, Luke Stannard, emphasizes the urgent demand for enjoyable learning experiences that can adapt to the challenges faced by displaced children and teachers. The program has already made significant strides in countries like Ukraine, where local authorities have embraced the educational games. In a reflective New Year's message, South China Morning Post highlights Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chew's optimistic claims about Hong Kong's recovery from the pandemic, despite contrasting evidence from the Hang Seng Index and alarming statistics regarding poverty and the economy. As retail sales continue to decline and living costs rise, many residents are struggling to make ends meet, with nearly 1.4 million people living in poverty. The article underscores the widening wealth gap, noting that the wealthiest individuals earn significantly more than the poorest. While the government has initiated programs to address these issues, critics argue that the focus should shift back to the people and their needs, echoing sentiments from President Xi Jinping's New Year's message that celebrated the contributions of hardworking citizens. In another report, South China Morning Post reveals that Hong Kong's Mandatory Provident Fund, MPF, experienced a remarkable 13% increase in pension assets in 2024, marking the best investment returns in 4 years. With a total asset value of 1.29 trillion Hong Kong dollars, the average member saw their portfolio grow by 31,600 Hong Kong dollars, thanks to strong returns from U.S. equity funds and positive market conditions. The MPF scheme, which requires contributions from both employers and employees, has proven resilient as local equity markets rebounded, highlighted by an 18% jump in the Hang Seng Index. However, experts caution members to remain vigilant regarding potential risks from global economic policies, emphasizing the importance of diversification to safeguard retirement savings. South China Morning Post reports that industry leaders in Hong Kong are advocating for the adoption of mainland Chinese standards for construction materials to alleviate the city's exorbitant building costs, which rank as the highest in Asia. Godfrey Leung Kingkwok from the Hong Kong Construction Association highlighted how the reliance on British and European standards has inflated material costs due to high transportation fees for imported goods. He emphasized that while the quality of mainland materials is satisfactory, the bureaucratic process of reapplying for approvals for each project is a significant hurdle. The Development Bureau is currently studying ways to reduce construction costs, which includes considering the implementation of Building Information Modeling (BIM) to enhance efficiency and collaboration throughout the project lifecycle. South China Morning Post also covered a bustling Sunday in Hong Kong that featured a variety of sporting events, including the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge Half Marathon and the Hong Kong Open Tennis Tournament. The day culminated with a Premier League match between Manchester United and Liverpool, which ended in a 2-2 draw. This match saw Trent Alexander-Arnold criticized for his defensive performance, prompting a humorous response from Tranmere Rovers regarding his potential transfer. Meanwhile, in the world of motorsports, Carlos Sainz faced a setback in the Dakar Rally after his car flipped in the dunes, while rugby star Ilona Maher made her debut for the Bristol Bears in front of a record crowd, despite the team's loss to Gloucester Hartpury. South China Morning Post highlights the ambitious plans of a Hong Kong-based startup, Arbor, which aims to revolutionize investment decision-making with its AI chatbot, Arbor Chat. Founded by former Goldman Sachs analyst Cheney Ching and his team, the tool utilizes advanced language models to analyze investment data and generate insights. With a goal to attract 100,000 clients within 3 years, Arbor Chat is designed to respond to complex investment queries through a structured thought tree approach, mimicking human reasoning. The chatbot has already shown promising results, outperforming benchmarks in stock returns, and is expanding its capabilities to include various asset classes. As the market becomes increasingly unpredictable, Chung believes that ArborChat's ability to provide real-time analysis will be invaluable for finance professionals navigating these challenges. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.